Hey Suede Sofa, this is Robynn Codes, and I want to welcome you to my bedroom makeover. This is something I've been working on for a couple months, so come on in and I'll show you what I've done. One of the first things I did was I bought a rug. I needed to kind of define the space. And so I know you don't typically think of putting rugs on top of carpet, but that is one thing I did, and I really like it, and I really feel like you know exactly where you're at. You've got a defined space. Another thing I did was I really wanted to get some different bedding. And so what I did was I got most of this stuff, well, a lot of this stuff I got at Walmart. What this duvet is, it's actually, went to Walmart, I bought their least expensive sheets, and this is just 2 king-size sheets that were sewn together, kind of like a pillow slip, and then the down was inserted inside of that. So, you know, I don't remember exactly how much I paid for the sheets, but maybe I paid $10 to $15 per sheet, something like that. This throw, which I think looks, it's super soft. You kind of have to feel it to believe how soft it is, but I think it also looks really kind of high-end. This was fabric that was in Walmart, and I just bought a really long piece of fabric and then cut it in half, put the right sides together, and just sewed around it, and so now I've got a really nice throw. So there you go. If you're looking for a nice throw to kind of add something, but you don't want to spend the money, there's an idea for you. For the pillows, what I did for the pillows were I went to Home Goods. If you've got a Marshall's, you might want to go check that out. And so I got all those real inexpensively. Also, if you'll notice, my little book, I Married Adventure. This is a very popular book for like coffee table book. This is actually written by our own Osa Johnson. She's from Chinook, Kansas. And here's an interesting fact. If you're looking for a copy like this and you want an original copy, look for the Adventure in italics. The originals have those in italics, and the other books after that, printed after that, are not in italics. So anyway, there's just an interesting fact. Some other things I did were these curtains, and I guess here is one piece of advice I would give to somebody who's wanting to do a makeover. If you don't feel like you really have an eye for design, you're not sure what you're doing, one thing I did is I found pictures that I liked, and they were my inspiration picture, and then I tried to duplicate them. I really don't think I'm good at just seeing a room and going, okay, I'm going to do this, 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 and this, but I like to get lots of ideas by looking in magazines, or if you like Pinterest, you can go on there and pin different pictures. And so, I don't know if you can see that, but there is my inspiration picture for my curtains. The curtains I bought, they're just drop cloths, and I got those at Sherwin-Williams. And you can get, there's all different, what are they called, Laura? Weights, I guess, of drop cloths. This is a really heavy one, and you can kind of tell just by the way they hang, but there are some that are much thinner. And so that was my inspiration for my curtains. Now, the plates above my bed, I've got inspiration pictures for those as well, and the plates that I had originally found were pretty expensive, and I really didn't want to spend that kind of money, and so I got all the plates from Walmart and also Home Goods. And let me show you this little trick. Hanging plates is a piece of cake. It is so easy. You can go to Michael's. Excuse me as I trip over my little dog here. These little hangers, plate hangers, you can get at, I think I got them at Michael's or Hobby Lobby, something like that. Okay, they're not really expensive. And then the smaller plates I got at Home Goods, and they were just like in a 12-pack. And then some of the other, I think the bigger ones I got at Walmart, maybe for a couple bucks. So you don't have to spend a lot of money on plates, and it's a really, I think that whole wall thing maybe costs under 50 bucks, something like that. So, another thing I did, which is something, Laura, you have in your master bedroom, is I think lighting just adds so much ambiance to a room, to a space, and anyway, let's see here. Let's move on into the bathroom. One of my dilemmas in my bathroom, for over a year, I was looking for mirror. I wanted to find a really big mirror to put over my bathtub because there's this big blank wall, and I could not find anything. And so what I ended up doing was I found these mirrors, and they're really lightweight. I didn't want to get a heavy mirror because my kids take baths in the bathtub, and it kind of scared me thinking of a big heavy mirror falling on them. Those mirrors are super lightweight. I got them at Walmart for like $9.99. They were bronze colored, and I just kind of painted them. I originally was going to paint them white to match my crown mold, but after I painted them and kind of started brushing them, I liked that effect. And so a lot of times you can figure things out just by trial and error. And then I think the last thing I'd like to show you is my chandelier here. This chandelier, I loved those type of chandeliers, but when I was looking online trying to find something similar, I found chandeliers that range from like $300 to $3,000, and the $300 one, which is even more than I really wanted to spend, was actually sold out. And so this actually came from Pottery Barn Teen, and it was one of those lights that have the little flip switch on it, and I think I paid $149 or something like that, and then an electrician just was able to tie it into the wiring. So other than that, that is my bedroom makeover, and I hope you learned something from it. But the thing I encourage you to do is, if you want to redo a space in your room, find some pictures that you love. If you don't feel like you're really good at it, find a friend who likes doing that kind of thing, and I'm sure they'd be more than willing to help you. Thanks a lot.